Greetings, YouTube. This is AR-15, aka Aristotle. Yes, I just decided to give myself the fucking name. Anyways, all bullshit aside, yeah, let's talk about Drizzy versus Pusha. Alright, we already know it's done. We're all waiting. We all want to see what would have been, how it could have been. I just think when Scorpion album release, Drake might sneak his shit in there. Or Push could keep on dissing the fuck out of Drake, because I have a feeling Push already has something for his ass in case he releases another diss. But yeah, to address something for Pusha T's case, he might want to watch out because if he's dissing people on YouTube, because I heard him say to the 9/11 King, what the ass shots. Yeah, I'm all like, who the fuck is he addressing? If he's addressing an artist from YouTube or an underground artist, he needs to watch out because underground ain't nothing to fuck with, and they got a lot more skill than he do. They could body his ass, or they would really rush him for real and tell him they will battle it out live. And if he can't spit a decent freestyle to save his life, it's done. It'll just prove some real shit. Like, it's just crazy how fucking hip hop is turning now. It's like literally at an in between stage of going back to 90s or going back to the early 2000s when some of the beefs were still good, and they still had the 90s element into it. So it would have been great. Like, fuck, man, it's so nostalgic and shit. But yeah, I found it funny that Push tried to do his little Biggie impression. Like I'm like, everybody want to do impressions now, you know. Like Ari Spears, his shit's on point, and a few other people. I like Ari Spears more because he was more like, huh, Biggie Baby delivers, cold like the shivers, talk slick-ish, spit game was vicious, malicious, Papa rolling through like a cancer, God speak, bleak, talk about your chances, huh, Biggie Baby. Like, that shit, that shit had me dying, man. I don't know if I do a good Biggie impression or if I'm close or on point or whatever. I really don't care. But what happened in my case, I'm all like, okay, so Push releases freestyle with Little Kim's Drugs instrumental, and I'll admit that is one of the best instrumentals that I haven't heard in a while. Like, I'm only 27, and I know I was a kid during this era, but still, like, just to hear some good beats like that and a nice freestyle, I'm like, oh man. If the era is coming back, a lot of people that are lyrically gifted, they could fucking get back into hip hop again. Like, I could really see it, but at the same time, I'm all like, I think this will raise the bar again, and that's the best thing that could happen. Then we could make good music for real. No pun intended, and not to offend any Drake fans. Well, fans, you know, like they're really cool. Like, Drake's cool, and a few other people from this new stuff too. But the thing is, like, at the same time, man, this is gonna be crazy shit. But yeah, if Drake was gonna make a diss, it should be titled "You Dug Up Your Grave." All right. Like me, I would have like, I wrote something like from what I think Drake would have responded in my perspective. So I'd rather do an acapella version. That way you guys could hear the lyrics. Because if I just play it over a beat, you guys are going to be listening to that beat more anyway, instead of hearing what I'm saying. Because when I wrote this thing called Dig Up Your Grave, it really talks about stuff from 2006 that would have to deal with how you say when Drake started with his first, I think, album. It was called Room for Improvement. And I think when Pusha T went solo, I think he had a second album that he came out with at the time of that era in 2006. I think it was called Hell Hath No Fury. And he didn't make enough sales at the time, you know? Like, literally, I think Lord Willin' came out way later down the road, and like Pusha T didn't like the lack of success that I think Health Hath No Fury, or was it Lord Willin'? It was one of those two that had a lack of success compared to the last album, from what he said. And it also going to deal with how he got banned from 106 at Park for making terrorist threats. It's also going to deal with the issue that happened, like even recently, like how he talks about Drake not being black enough or whatever just because his hair couldn't nap enough. It's also going to talk about how Push got banned from Jive, and also due to the fact that Pusha T, he really has no rhyme style. He borrowed everything from his brother, No Malice. He got his style from No Malice. He literally had a rhyme book that No Malice gave to him, and Pusha T literally just ran with it. That's how come in most of the songs, if you really look at it real good, instead of just hopping on dick riding and all that shit, you guys look at how Pusha T raps about the same old thing over and over when it comes to coke, selling the drugs, and all that stuff. It would also talk about how his manager and the entourage got caught in a $10 million drug ring. Like, shit, man, if you're making hip-hop, why the hell are you gonna go get caught in the drug ring? You know? And it's also gonna talk about, let's see, like, why would he bring up Drake's dad, and also why it was a waste of time to even go with it. And it would also probably talk about the age difference between the two, because just for people to know, Pusha T is 41 years old. His birthday was on May 13th, 1977, while Drake, of course, he's 31 years old, and I think his birthday was on, I think, October from 1986, somewhere around there. All I know is that Drake was born in 1986, but you get the idea. It's like literally, it's like having a little brother duke it out with his big brother, and the little brother don't want to humiliate the big brother, so he's gonna let the big brother have his fun. If Drake really made a diss that would ruin Pusha T, but in this case, I just think it could always be the opposite. Maybe the little brother, aka Drake, knows he lost, and it's best not to fight with Pusha T, because he could literally get his lights knocked out in the sense of career-wise and everything, you know. But I'm just saying, if Drake really wanted to respond, he should title it "Dig Up Your Grave" and just speak exactly how Push did his shit, regardless of any track. Because Push would talk his shit, and then he'll start to spit. That's how I could put it. So, yeah, it's one of those things, and I just think this is how it should have went. Drake would have said straight out, because if Drake wanted to really talk shit, he would have just went, you know what? Who are you fooling with all the stuff that you say, man? You use me to give your career safe. I'm gonna make you dig up your motherfucking grave. You got a lot of nerve, you fake wannabe looking coolio ass. I'm gonna hand you a shovel and some flowers, cause you just dug up your own grave mentioning my kid, motherfucker. And then Drake probably, for all I know, then when the beat kicks in, depending on what the fuck the beat is or whatever, shit, then I know Drake would probably deliver something, but he would have to spit some flow, kind of like what he did on the Duppy freestyle. I was shocked that he actually had a flow. So I could imagine Drake going like, check it, Drizzy might as well do something unexpected. I'ma push a tease diseases out of hip hop since I'm getting tested. Some buster got the devil's flow with triple sixes. Well, health hath no fury. Do you know what a room for improvement is? Talk about my kid, you dug up your grave, son. Jigga, I got 99 problems, but this bitch ain't one. It was Lord willing for your lack of success. Who gets banned from 106 Park for making terrorist threats? It's all eyes on me till the casket drop. This is a Hail Mary, but I ain't Tupac. You couldn't murder my career, it is still alive. You say I ain't black enough, well brother, who's the turkey that got banned from Jive? Quit clout chasing me, start preparing your wills. You better pray your brother has another book since you couldn't push for these skills. You keep rapping about coke and the same old thing. You had money and your shit was good till you and Pookie got caught in the drug ring. Pushing for a thug thing. You only dissing me because the limelight I took you started missing. President of ass kissing. You're an old man trying to act young, so keep on wishing. I'm on my Mob Deep shit. This rap thing has always been my niche. You want the business? I'll give you something proper. Compared to you, I'm B.I.G. That's why my alleged son is proud to call me Papa. You attack my father for walking out and me being half a Jew. I guess it is common to see the bitch in you. I ain't mad, just upset that you waste my time. Battle me when you produce an enzyme to make a decent rhyme. For me to murder you on your own beat, I won't even be charged for the crime. My only ghost writers are the late greats since they're poetically inclined. I hope you understand why I won't respond. You're not on my level, that's why I made the track so far gone. What kind of 41-year-old man disses a young man? Your ass shoulda hang up the mic, that is God's real plan. Alright, YouTube, you tell me what you think, if that's how Drake should have responded. Like, subscribe, pass it around just to see, because I like feedback. I could have done something way better. Like I said, this is something that only took me like 8 minutes to write. If you guys think it's crazy how I could write this in 8 minutes, well, if I literally take a whole hour, I could probably deliver something that would just demolish anything that you guys could think of. If you guys want me to write something what you guys think should have happened for a different kind of hip-hop beef that also got squashed before it could have literally just happened, just give me a name and so on. Let's see, what else? If you guys want to donate some money, that would be great. If you guys think I should get some equipment, that way I could record something, I would greatly appreciate that. But I'd rather have more on subscribe and views, because that way, like, I don't want to be discovered to become an MC. I'd rather be discovered to become a writer, like a ghost writer for someone. JK. But if that really does happen, fuck it, man. I ain't got nothing to lose. I expect good payment. If somebody really wants that, especially if they're beefing with somebody, I'll fucking diss the shit out of them. You give me any dirt, trust me, I could fucking ruin their life easily. Because all of this shit in 8 minutes, and it's only off of the little information that I already know. Now, if I had a lot of dirt about Push, yeah, I would have finished the whole freaking this supposed response disc. If Drake really had the audacity to do it, I would have responded this in like boom, ASAP. Like, it would took me 30 minutes just to get it done, and then it would just probably take me, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It'll probably take 2 or 3 takes just to get the track done if I was in a studio. Like, fuck, man, I really missed some shit over my years. But yeah, like, subscribe to support me, add it to your playlist so that way people could see it on your pages, to get this shit out there, so that way you could see if they think Drake should have responded like that. If you're a Drake fan, I know you would do it. If you're a Pusha T fan, just do it anyway, because how you say, like I said, I don't need to write nothing for Push. Push, he's a good MC, and I got respect for the man. To me, Drake is also a good MC. I got respect for him too, even though he did something that even I'll say is despicable as fuck, and you guys know damn well what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, he should have not done that in the first place, but then again, I understand where he's coming from. He only did that at the time when he was young. So you guys need to understand, for people to be famous, they have to be willing to do anything the boss does. Don't forget, Drake was a kid. He was not a boss of his own. You guys need to cut him some slack. You know what I mean? Like, even if you guys said fuck that and whatever and this and that, well, you guys need to understand, be happy you guys are not born in the fucking era when that shit was really big and going on. Alright? And I'm telling y'all the truth on that one. Because if shit really pop off and we were in that era, oh man, everybody would have gone like, what the fuck, dude? So, I can tell you what, for that shit to happen, yeah, I would say it was racist as fuck. But, hey, Drake make good music. I fuck with it at times. I don't like what he did. But as an MC for hip-hop, I'll say, alright, I'll support your music, but you as an individual, you got some shit to answer for, dude. But I know you're not a bad person like how everybody making you out to be. So I'm on no one's side. I'm just literally gonna stay neutral with it. That's the best thing to do. Because Pusha T could be talking a hot mess right now, but let's say this. If Drake did blackface, how would you guys feel if Pusha T was a child molester? Then would you support him? Think about it. Or if he raped a kid and the kid's mother and so on, would you guys still support Pusha T? I really want you guys to ask that. The worst thing Drake done was do blackface. Okay? But what if Pusha T did something more worse? Like, really, what if Pusha T is a child molester? Think about it. He don't have kids of his own. He wants kids someday. Think about it, you guys. What if Pusha T was a child molester? Would you guys support him? I'm not saying that he is, but what if he was? Anyways, I'm not trying to badmouth the man. It's all gravy. Just understand, you guys could support both of them. You could support one and diss the other, support the other. It don't matter. You could even diss the shit out of both of them if you like. To me, it don't matter. It's just music is music, and just support the culture of the music. So in other words, just be there for the people that you are fans of. Don't forget, they are people too. They are not something that's there to entertain you. Alright? Because even they got their own fucking problems. And I know Drake's kid, you guys think he would be happy for people to know that Drake is his dad. Nah, you guys really need to look at the big picture too. What if Drake's kid wanted to make friends at school just because of his own personality, as long as the kids know that Drake is not his dad? But because Pusha T did what he did, now everybody's gonna want to be Drake's kid's friend, but only for fake bullshit, instead of liking the kid the way he is. That's where it really fucks up. And Pusha T needs to think like a grown man. He didn't fuck Drake up. He fucked up Drake's kid's life up. And that's the thing that you guys are not seeing as individuals. You guys need to look at it in a different perspective and understand Drake's son is the one that's going to deal with bullshit, not Drake. Maybe that's why Drake didn't want the kid to get discovered, because he wants his kid to live a normal life. Now everybody's going to annoy the fuck out of the kid. You guys need to think on that. I'm out. Deuces.